Hey students, I hope you had a good day at school today, hopefully. I just wanted to let you know and remind you, if those of you forgotten about this or perhaps never heard about it at all, tomorrow night we've got an opportunity for you for the rest of the semester and for the rest of the year really. It's called Ministry Team. And really what that is on Wednesday nights from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. We will be gathering at Jim and Corinne Moon's house. This year, we're going to be going through this book, John MacArthur, One Perfect Life, the complete story of the Lord Jesus. Some of you perhaps have read the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, but you haven't seen how they fit together. Well, this time when we gather on Wednesday nights, this will be a time when we really look at how those weave together, how Jesus fits into the Old Testament. Specifically, how did Jesus connect to the Father, to his Father? How did he stay connected? Jesus was the most busy person that has ever lived on this planet, the most demanded person that's ever lived on this planet. And yet, he still found time to connect with God. And not just that, also we're looking at how did Jesus make disciples? How did he influence people? What did he do? How did he do those things? How did he make an impact on other people's lives? Because Jesus is calling us to do the exact same thing, to be disciples that go out and make disciples. And so really what this is on Wednesday nights from 6:30 to 8:30 is really a learning lab, if you want to call it that, a time when we all gather together, when we are simply discussing and reading the Bible text and looking at how did Jesus do it? How did he connect with the Father? How did he connect with his followers? How did he make an impact? And really looking at that. And from our discussion on Wednesday nights, we'll be challenging each other. Okay, let's not just learn this stuff. Let's actually do something about it and be intentional about making a difference in someone's lives. It's going to happen the first 3 Wednesdays of the month. Starting tomorrow night. It starts the first 3 Wednesday nights of the month. The 4th Wednesday you get off. And here's the deal. You've got to be faithful, you've got to be available, and you've got to be teachable. 3 things. So if you're not able to be there on a regular basis, we'll just have to find other times to talk about those things. So you got to be there. And not just that, is the homework that we talk about, what you're being challenged to go home with and do something about. We've got to have regular reports from each other that we are actually working at that and doing something about it. And also you got to be teachable. Are you ready for God to speak to your life, or are you holding things back? You got to be faithful, you got to be available, and you got to be teachable. So, love to have you there starting tomorrow night. Contact me, let me know on Facebook, on texting, email, whatever it is. I'd love to have you there. There's no age requirement. There's no ability requirement. It's just being faithful, available, and teachable. I got to tell you, I'm really looking forward to this chance that I have to invest in your life because God has challenged me and invested in my life. I want to do the same thing in yours.